everyone, and today I'm going to be talking about how I got into the hobby. It's quite a weird story and a bit of it's kind of dark, but the rest of it's kind of uplifting. It started in 2011. I had an Australian water dragon, and I read up online and seen that they eat fish. They swim into the water and they catch the fish themselves. So we went out, me and my brother went out, we brought a goldfish, a feed of goldfish, £1.50 from a local shop, and we brought it back. My mum was like, "What are you doing with that fish?" "Oh, we're going to go feed it to the lizard." And she's like, I'll buy it off you, you can't be doing that." We went upstairs, put it in a tank, we put it in her tank, a water tank, and she didn't know what to do with it, obviously, because she's tank raised. She's never been in the water to hunt, and she kept going under to catch it, but she'd just stamp on it and crush it. And then after about 2 minutes we thought, no, she ain't going to do this, we can't do this. We pulled the fish out. He had a lopsided mouth where she stamped on him, cuts all over the scales, and scales pulled off. We put it in a bowl overnight. Next morning we got a tank, a small tank, put it in the kitchen corner. Fish made a full recovery, and it was left with a mouth like that, and it had that for the rest of its life. And after a few years of this fish being in the kitchen, I decided that I wanted this fish in my bedroom, so I got a 20-gallon long. That's the tank behind me that the turtles are now in, and I then got other goldfish. I got a few shabunkins, a couple of fantails and stuff like that. And this goldfish I named Lucky, because it really was lucky to escape that dragon and end up living its life with me in a tank and getting looked after. This goldfish got big, and then when all my goldfish outgrew that tank, I was thinking about getting a pond. So we brought a pond that then sat in the garden ready to be set up. While this was going on, my cousin introduced me to tropical fish. I got a little 10-gallon tank with guppies and plants and all of that good stuff, and then it just spiraled out. It just spiraled out of control from there. It went absolutely bonkers. After the fish went into the pond, we finally set it up. The fish went into the pond. I then had a free 20-gallon. I went out and brought discus. I was working at a local pet shop at the time. They had discus, so I knew how to look after them because I was the one cleaning them, feeding them and stuff like that, so I knew everything about them already. So I went out and brought them, and I absolutely adored these fish. They were doing so well, doing so good. Then I moved my room around. The fish didn't handle it very well. They went black. They didn't like the move. Their tank used to be over here, and then it moved behind me where it currently is now, and they just hated it. So I give them to my cousin. Sadly they didn't make it. I was hoping he would be able to do something because I was in college. I didn't have the time to try and rehabilitate them, so I gave them to my cousin. Sadly he couldn't do anything for them either, and they ended up passing. And then I got aquatic frogs. I still have one of them. I got two. I still have one. He's in my pond outside. I did a lot of research and they can withstand cold temperatures, so this was kind of a gamble. I put my two in the pond. One's still in there now, and he's been in there for the last year and a half. Sadly a heron come and he got a bunch of my fish, including one of the frogs. He got one of my frogs. He got that goldfish I've had for the last 6 years, which I was absolutely gutted. He got another bunch of my big goldfish that were like this big fat fish. I absolutely distraught. I just felt like emptying my pond, selling my fish, but I didn't. Thankfully I still had my big carp. I got a mirror carp in there. But yeah, I'm hopefully getting some more aquatic frogs soon off my brother. And then my auntie said that she's got this big plek. She's moving house. She's going to be giving it away. She might just give it away to someone. I said, well, I'll have it. I didn't have a tank for it. I said, I'll have it. And then me and my dad went out and brought a big 60-gallon that's sitting in the living room, just for that plek, just so I could have this plek. And we brought him home. He's about 17 years old now, and he's absolutely amazing. And it's just spiraled out of control. Every time my goldfish breed, I always hatch them every year. I've got a bunch of goldfish fry, and then I had turtles. Well, the turtles I had around the time I stopped keeping discus, so I kept aquatic frogs. The frogs were in there. I still had the turtles in a plastic tub with a heat bulb, a big plastic tub, and this was where this camera is at the moment. I had a big plastic tub here, waiting for him to grow out, and then he moved into a smaller tank, waited him to grow out of that one, then he moved into the 20-gallon behind me, and I got another friend for him, and which I wish I didn't, because now I've got 2 filters running in there because they're messy as hell. But what can I say, once you've got a pet, it stays with you, and that's that. Once you buy them, I believe, even if it's a random buy and it's a spur of the moment, you've just brought that animal. You need to look after and accommodate yourself for that animal. You do not accommodate the animal for you. You accommodate yourself for the animal. If that animal needs a bigger tank, well, tough, you need to go out and buy a bigger tank and find somewhere to bloody put it, because it's not fair. You should know that when you're buying the animal, and I knew if I have a female, these turtles are going to get to the size of a dinner plate, and I have got a female. The smallest one, it looks like he's getting bigger claws, but he could be a female, I can't tell yet, it's a bit too small. So hopefully when he gets a bit bigger, I'll be able to tell if it's male and female. I'm hoping well, it doesn't really matter if it's male or female. If it's male, then there's a chance they'll breed, but not for a good few years yet. If it's female, they'll get along anyway. If it's male, they'll get along. There'll just be a bit of hand fluttering and stuff like that, and stuff with the dominance that they should sort out themselves. And that's it. I believe so. And I'm now working towards getting myself a unit to hopefully start a business in breeding fish, stocking fish, selling fish to pet shops, to people, and become a supplier. I'm working towards that now. There's some units just by my house that I'm hoping to accommodate. I need to ring them up and check prices, but these are things I'm all excited for, and it's things that I want to experience with you and record and show you exactly what I'm doing, and hopefully if I do get one, how I'm setting it up and the insides and all of that stuff. And I'm really excited for it, and I really can't wait to get my teeth into this and do it. The fish that I will be keeping at first are just, you know, to get a profit up, are going to be neons, guppies, platies, stuff that pay for themselves. They breed and they breed and they breed and they breed. So if I get in, I don't know, 200 guppies, I'll put 10 guppies in a tank to breed, and then I'll put the rest on sale. 1 male or 2 males and, I don't know, 7 females, and let them do what they got to do, and just put moss and everything in and let them populate. And hopefully, and by the time I need to order some more, I won't have to order so many because I've got some breeding or I've got babies ready. So do stuff like that. And neons, bristle noses, I can get some in and put some in a breeder and hopefully get them breeding as well. So this is what I'm planning at the moment. I'm hoping you're all going to be enjoying the video. I'm going to have some more videos on the Oscars, and when I get the time, I'm heading over to GNR again. Definitely going to head over to GNR, and we're going to do some DIY stuff for you. So he's going to show you how to do DIY filters, show you how to mix solutions to treat your fish, all of that stuff. So I hope you enjoy the video. And I'm sorry I didn't upload yesterday. That's why I'm doing this today. Thank you very much for watching, and thank you for the people that subscribed. I'm now at 31 subscribers, and I'm chuffed a bit. I'm almost at 3k total views, so thank you very much for all the support. See ya.